Alright, I'm back with another tier list, and today is a FNaF game tier list. Now, wait. I didn't make this list. Get out.
Today we are doing a FNaF tier list, brought to you by yours truly, NovaSmash. I don't know what that other guy was doing, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm the true FNaF king, and I'll show you why in 5 seconds. So first on our tier list, we have FNaF 1. I believe FNaF 1 deserves a S tier because, it started the whole game. It started the whole franchise, and it's cool. It's still scary, and I think it's just kind of fun because you can't beat OG Freddy, OG Chica, OG Bonnie, OG Foxy, and then Golden Freddy. Next on our tier list is FNaF 2. Personally, not one of my favorites. I thought it was kind of hard, so I give it a B tier. It just really got annoying due to like the music box and the mask, and you couldn't really look at the cameras in later nights because you're constantly winding up the music box, constantly putting it on your mask, and it's just you can't really enjoy the office that much or just the surrounding like map. And I still thought the map was cool. Like the animatronics, toys, all that are super neat. I just feel like Scott could have made it a little bit more easier. So I believe FNaF 3 is A tier. Personally, one of my favorite FNaF games because Springtrap is really sick. Like he's really cool. Like bringing back Purple Guy as Springtrap, I thought that was really neat, and like there's a really good play by Scott. The whole like location was really unique and spooky and scary for the horror attraction. But it should have had more stuff. I thought Springtrap as the only person that could kill you is like not that good. The Phantoms were a neat addition, but I feel like something like maybe like they could have killed you because it's only Springtrap really. Not even like ventilation will kill you. I thought it could have just been better. Next on our list, we have FNaF 4. So I give FNaF 4 a C tier because it's hard. If you haven't played FNaF 4, go watch a gameplay and you'll see how hard it is. You have to have your volume all the way up just so you can hear the breathing noises, which and for years, I never knew what a breathing noise was until like a year ago when I played it. And I was like, so that's what the breathing noise is. And it was just really hard. You just get thrown in and you're just kind of told text instructions. And then you're like, there you go. That's all you need to know. And it was just scary. It was pretty good. I just wish it was a bit easier. We're on our first low ranking today, and it is FNaF World at a D tier. Now, a lot of people would put FNaF World as an F or E even, but I think it sits really good at a D tier. Not too low, but not too high, because it really wasn't what the community wanted at the time. They wanted something scary, something to bring back the lore and the franchise, and they just didn't want something cute. Maybe, and even Scott said in Dago's interview, if he released it later, maybe more people would have liked it, but at the time it just wasn't what we wanted. And to be honest, it was kind of stupid. Like, it was a really stupid game, but it did kind of get baby into the lore, but it just wasn't what anyone wanted at the time. Now it's an okay game. Going even lower than FNaF World, we have FNaF Sister Location. Honestly, I hate this game. It's not fun. The gameplay loop sucks. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. No replayability besides Custom Night, which saved the whole game basically. That carried it. But it gets an E tier just because the story was kind of meh. The gameplay was hard. The Springlock part was super hard. I didn't even beat the game. I never got to that part just because I got stuck and so frustrated that I just rage quit. And that's like sad to say because I love FNaF games and Sister Location just isn't it for me. Going up to the positives, we have FNaF 6, or better yet known as FNaF Pizzeria Simulator. I believe this gets a solid B tier because the simulator part was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed playing that. I thought it was cool to make your own little pizzeria as much as it was really limited. The gameplay part of it though was hard. Like it was like they didn't really tell you what to do, and you would have to look it up to figure out exactly what each thing did. And I still haven't beat it. As if you watched one of my streams of me playing it, I cheated so I could get all the endings and just have fun with it. Just because I couldn't beat it normally because of just how hard it just ended up being. It just wasn't. It could have been easier. That's about it. It could have been easier. So I think B is a solid tier for it. Next on our list we have FNaF Ultimate Custom Night, or UCN. I think it gets a D tier, honestly. Like it wasn't too bad, but it had a lot going on because of how many characters there were, and there was so much you needed to learn, and it gave it replayability so you could learn and get a better high score, but it just was confusing with how much info was thrown at you, and I just don't think I would play it now. Like I wouldn't buy it on like my PlayStation or something. I just don't think it's worth money. I think it should just stay free on everything, in my opinion. But the voice lines were cool. I thought the voice lines were neat. I liked Springtrap's voice. I liked Nightmare Chica's voice, Nightmare On, like all that. I thought that was unique. Next on our list is FNaF Help Wanted. Now, this was a big game changer because this is when Steel Wool took over FNaF game development, and it set the bar really, really high because it was scary. The lore glitch trap was super interesting. So I believe this game deserves a good S tier along with FNaF 1 because it took FNaF 1, 2, 3 and made it horrifying. The DLC was super cool and like a Halloween themed. I thought that was neat. The only critique I have is Plush Baby. I hate plush babies, and I'm glad that that wasn't really a thing in the second game. Next is FNaF AR. F, 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 F. This game is an F tier game. It's not fun. I'm glad it shut down. But the skins were kind of cool, and that was the only saving grace. I never bought any of the skins because it's microtransactions, and I would not buy them. $5 for a skin in a game. Now, I'll throw money at Fortnite all day long, but I'm not buying I'm not buying skins for a mobile game. And it shut down, so I'm glad I never spent money on it. I just think it could have been better. The gameplay died and became really boring at the later stages of the game when they changed it, and I just don't think I'm glad it shut down. I don't think it deserved to stay long because it died and it lost support from Luminix. Next on our list, we have Security Breach. Now, I'm a Security Breach glazer. I love Security Breach. If you see my channel, I've played it a couple times now, like a solid 2 times on my channel, and I've beaten it around 4 times, or I've played it 4 times and almost beat it. Security Breach gets an A tier. I don't care about all the hate and how buggy it was when it came out. I thought it was fun when I played it. Super fun. I loved how it looks on the PlayStation 5, and on PS4 it looked okay. I love pretty much everything about the game, honestly. I thought the characters are super unique. Roxy is hot, so that's also a bonus. Rockstar Freddy also acted as a father figure in my life because I don't have a dad. But moving on, solid game. Next is FNaF Security Breach Ruin. A tier as well. I think it's on the same level as Security Breach, but it did add the scary factor that Security Breach was lacking, and I thought it was just super cool. Short for what it was, but it was good. I liked how it was free. I liked the characters. They looked really cool, and the ending with was awesome. Next on our tier list is FNaF Help Wanted 2. It came out recently around December, and then Flat Screen released a couple weeks ago, and I finally got to play it during that, and I think it gets a B tier. It was fun. It was interesting, but the lore was lacking, and it didn't add anything. The game could have been better. I felt like it could have been more not Secure Breach, more sister location orientated, and it could have improved on some of the games. The Breaker sequence was cool, but maybe they could have done Funtime Foxy again. Maybe because Funtime Foxy wasn't there. I don't get that. Maybe they could have been in the game a little bit more because they are sister location. But it was nice seeing Yendo being added. Funtime Freddy was also super cool. He was scary. But the Helpy mini games and then the food mini games just kind of were eh. They could have done more with the security breach characters. I feel like we didn't get a Monty thing. Well, that's the end of this tier list. So, like, subscribe, comment below if there's other tier lists you want to see Paul do, or if you miss my sexy face, you want to see me come back and do another tier list. I'll happily oblige and carry this channel to the greatness it deserves.